All right, awesome. Okay, you guys, awesome month. I can't believe it's the end of September. We're going into October. So I hope everybody is feeling pumped and excited and accomplished about what you've done this month. I mean, there's been some incredible changes in everybody's business. So I want to give you guys a little round of applause for that. Just to give you an idea of what I'm seeing. In the last 2 weeks, 77 new coaches have joined our organization. 77. That is such a nutty number. And I love seeing that. So it's all from you guys and all your hard work. So congratulations. So tonight I wanted to jump in and talk about why this was such a successful month for so many of us. And it was actually personally one of my highest success club months. And so I want to share with you how I got there, but I also want to prepare you. It is not anything that you probably have not heard from any of the national coach calls, any of your new coach trainings, any of the information that we are putting out in our Team FitFluence page, or maybe that you're seeing on the Team Fit Revolution page. All of that stuff is very consistent and in line with what I'm personally doing. And I'm not going to steal Rava's thunder because I know she's going to talk a little bit about what she's doing, but it's not anything outside of what we're training you guys to do and what these 15 superstar diamond coaches are doing as well. Okay, but I'm going to break it down and I'm going to show you a couple things too. For me, I know when my business is on point is when I'm organized. So when we go through our new coach trainings and we talk about your schedule and what your beach body time is, I can't emphasize enough how critical that is for you guys to have that ironed out and know exactly what that time is. Instead of saying, well, I'll get to it later. Kind of like our workouts. If we don't schedule them and don't do them, then we probably will never get them done, right? So the most critical piece is not only doing the work, but also knowing when you're going to do it. Okay, so number one is obviously the 3 vital behaviors and how they factor in to your schedule. So scheduling your beach body time, right? What part of the day are you doing your beach body work? And what are you doing within that specific time? So again, I know this is reviewing and you're probably like, oh my God, what a waste. But seriously, if you have an hour that you can dedicate to Beachbody, what are you doing in that hour and how are you breaking down it in increments, right? So if you're going through any of the trainings, new coach training or Jim Rump's 81 training, the Rising Stars training, we talk about our daily method of operation and what that looks like. So having to actually break that down. So I'm going to talk what mine is as far as my daily method of operations. And it falls in line with the 3 vital behaviors. So every day I'm inviting somebody to something, okay? Or I'm reaching out to somebody about something. I'm making connections. I'm building relationships. This month really has been a big, October, or we're in September, August with the Team Cup Challenge, I really utilized that month to start planting seeds and making connections because relationships matter in this business and they don't evolve and happen overnight. People don't always purchase a challenge pack from you the moment you make a email invite to them and message to them. People kind of want to be caressed a little bit. They want to feel like you really care and that you've got value behind your message and a purpose. So it was all about creating relationships. And I really cultivated that time during August. And yeah, I was able to get, I think I had 13 Success Club points in August. And it was because I made those relationships matter. And those people started to gain a trust with me to know that I actually cared about what they had to say and what their needs were, right? And I also was working on myself. So I was really on point with my personal development. I finished Jen Sicero's You Are a Badass, and it is such an awesome book. I think that there's books, if you're fairly new, that you should be focused on prior to reading something like that. But for me, it's listening to the national coach calls, and literally I do that as I'm pushing my baby up the hill from dropping my 2 older kids off at school. Like I find that 20 minutes that I can squeeze in personal development, and it's always on audio because I don't read a book. I can't sit down and read a book unless it's unless it's Us Magazine or People Magazine, right? I'm just going to be real. We all got to have those little vices, right? But sitting down and actually listening to something and hearing what these other leaders are doing, it's validating. I am not doing anything different than they are. And it's securing my business. That's what's happening. And so my personal development is those national coach calls. I catch them on Tuesday morning. I get the replay on podcast. And then whenever I'm in the car, I always have something on audio that I'm listening to that's going to enhance me as a business owner. And that transfers into how I approach my business and how I talk to people and how I cultivate relationships, right? So every day I am building a relationship with somebody. I'm a product of the product, right? You won't see me necessarily talking about Shakeology, 21 Day Fix, T25, whatever on Facebook or Instagram. You won't see me. You rarely will probably see me post anything that gives an image of those programs, just because people don't necessarily want to see that. But I'm consistent in showing up on social media every single day. And that's actually my number 2. I'm consistent in being a product of the product, in that I am a product of my product, meaning that I am a product of me as a brand, right? Because we're branding ourselves. We're not branding Beachbody. People will get to know you and that you have a solution for them and a resource by Beachbody. But if they go to your Instagram and they only see that you are just posting stuff that's related to a program and T25, Body Beast, Shakeology, like they're going to know right away you're a Beachbody coach. And if you've listened to any of the national coach calls and these top leaders or the best of the West calls that I post in our team FitFluence, those have probably been my most favorite calls. They're long, but I will catch them when I'm driving or whatever. So if you guys have not gone and listened to those, there's so many great nuggets that come out of those hour Zoom calls that is through the best of the West. They're in the file section, but they're all consistent, and they all are saying that you will never go to their social media page, whatever it is, and know that they're a Beachbody coach, because it's not in their bio. You don't see their pictures littered with Beachbody material. And that's exactly what I've been, and I've been consistent at that. So I have a theme with my brand in what I'm posting and sharing on social media. Okay, so I'm being consistent. I'm showing up every single day on social media with content that people can expect from me, and I'm giving them value. So for instance, on Monday, it's Motivational Monday. I'm always going to post something that has some sort of quote or, go punch Monday in the face, and maybe it's a selfie of me, or maybe it's just something stupid, or maybe I grabbed it from somebody else's Instagram picture and I reposted it. But I have something that's going to get them motivated. Tuesday, I do a Tabata Tuesday. So, I've got a fitness background, and so I post a Tabata workout every single Tuesday, and I call it Tabata Tuesday. Just something I came up with, and now something that people expect, right? Wednesday is, pretty consistent. It might be a workout video that I've shot 45 seconds literally in my garage after my workout, and I will post the video. Or I've done a handful of them on a Sunday or a Monday, and then I just cut and edit them, chop them up on iMovie, and then put them in Pick Play Post and put them out on social media. But I'm every day I have something. Thursdays is usually transformation story of some sort. And then Fridays, Feel Good Friday. So I want to hear what people think. So I have a theme that people can now start to expect to see from me when they show up on my pages. Okay. But along with my consistencies, I really, really got organized this month. And I want to show you what I mean by that. So give me a second. I'm going to share this with you. I think you guys saw, hold on. No, it won't let me go there. Okay, hold on. I posted in our group the what my daily to-dos look like. And so I want you guys to see that a little bit more in depth. So I've been using this online application called Asana. And it took me a little bit of getting used to, because I'm a pen and paper gal. I mean, my notes are right here for the call. And this Rising Stars training that I'm going through because some of you guys are going through it, and I want to go there and support, and I also want to be a part of what you're learning that might be, in tune with what, we're doing in our Team FitFluence page, because everything should align, right? But this really has helped me stay on point. So this is my running checklist of what I need to accomplish every single day. This is a free platform. And I'm not saying that this is what you should use. I'm saying this is just what's helped me. And then my kind of core message behind this is that I have a system. So every day I'm meeting 3 people. So if I have new people that come to my like page, I'm friend requesting them. Okay. And then when they accept my friend request, I'm sending them a message and I'm saying, hey, this is Taryn from Taryn Perry's Fitness, Nutrition, and Motherhood page. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing your support or liking my page. I really strive to get to know my followers. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What brought you to my page, or what interests you? What are your goals? Right? So immediately I'm engaging in conversation with them because they've accepted my friend request. So I do about 3 to 5 a day, because you want to be mindful of how many people you friend request. Okay? They don't all have to come from my like page. So if you don't have a like page yet, don't worry. Okay, or if you're not having a lot of new people coming into your like page, don't worry, right? But you can get out and start meeting people in other Facebook groups that are aligned with what your niche is, okay, or your niche. So I'm meeting 3 new people. I invite 3 people every single day. So I have a 5-day clean eating group, and I invite them to it. If you don't have a 5-day clean eating group, I do. So you can invite them to that. Have something that you can invite them to. If you have a challenge group, invite them to that. And this is kind of a funnel effect, right? So if you guys remember, I did a video training it's probably about 2-3 weeks ago now, about the power of 3, right? And I'll pop that up and so you guys can see it, but I put it in our file section. But basically, you're meeting 3 new people every day. You're inviting to something every single day, and you're following up every single day, right? So when you're meeting those new people, they're eventually going to fall into that bucket that you're going to invite them into something eventually, because you have to build that relationship first. And then they go into that bucket of inviting them, right? And then, maybe they don't respond right away. So you got to throw them in that bucket of the follow-ups. So that's where my 3 follow-ups come from. Right? So I have an ongoing list, and you guys can see down the side of this right here who my coach prospects are, my October 5-day clean eating group, because I do 1 a month. It's free, and that's where I'm giving value to people. And please know that it is a resource for you guys too. It's something that you can invite your people to. Okay? This was my September clean eating group, my September sneak peek. I write down everybody that is in that sneak peek. So they are a prospect that I'm going to have on my list that I'm going to go and invite, or I'm going to follow up with. Okay? August sneak peeks. Those are the people that I'm going to start getting out there and talking to and following up with about the coaching opportunity. My sneak peek scripts, so this has just really helped me stay accountable and stay organized. So that's how your consistency has to come into play in order to really start seeing your business start to kind of transform from that. Number 3 is I'm present. And what I mean by that is obviously I'm present on social media, but I don't live on social media. I'm probably on it a little more than maybe most can be, because I do stay home. I do this full time, and I do have childcare a couple times a week that allows me to do this. And and Beachbody's afforded me that opportunity. So that's been a goal of mine, and I've accomplished that. So now I get to work more with you guys, but I also get to cultivate my business a little bit more. Excuse me, pregnancy burps, TMI. But also what I mean by being present is I ask questions. I talk to people. I want to know what's going on in their world. And it does not always surround Beachbody. So, for instance, I have a friend that, she's kind of gone through some hard times, and she's talked about it on Facebook. So I'll send her a private message, or I'll text her because I have her number, and I'll just say, hey girl, I'm thinking of you. Is everything going okay? What can I do? And she's like, oh gosh, thanks for reaching out. Nothing. I'm really inspired by how positive you are on Facebook, and that really is nice to see, right? So she's watching what I'm doing, but I'm reaching out to her and I have no intention of really bringing up anything to do with Beachbody. I'm just creating a conversation and being present in her life, okay? Because eventually she may need what I have, right? But so then I'm always on that radar of being the expert that she wants to connect with, right? And so when she sees on Monday I'm posting something motivational, on Tuesday I'm going to be posting a Tabata workout. On Wednesday, I'm going to post probably a workout video, transformation story on Thursday, and a feel good, so that she can expect something from me every single day, but knows that it's more deep rooted and that I have that relationship. Okay. And I'm asking questions. So it goes so much more beyond what I call the post and go, so you post something on Facebook and you kind of hope that you get this flood of people that are going to sign up for whatever program you're running at that point, whether it's a clean eating group, whether it's your challenge group or your sneak peek, right? So don't just think that you put it out there and you're going to get floods of people. Use that as an opportunity to reach out to people before you post it. Like, hey, I'm about to post this on Facebook. But before I put it out publicly, I know we talked in the past that, you were starting to get ready for a clean eating group, or, you're kind of maybe interested in the coaching business, or, call me crazy. If you guys watched the video I did yesterday, is call me crazy, but you would be amazing at this. And you need to come check out this sneak peek. Just come and be a fly on the wall and just check it out. Right? So that's my number 4 actually, is being bold. So I have actually stepped up my game this month, and I've been way more bold and upfront and transparent with people, especially when I talk about the business. So I've been able to get 5 new coaches this month. And that's because I basically told them this is something that I know that they would do fantastic at. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it, right? So if they're listening or catching the recording, I'm not going to tell them you'd be fantastic at it if I didn't think that this would be something that they would be interested in or even be good at. So I'm very bold and upfront in approaching them, like, even if it doesn't necessarily come up, but we've had a bunch of back and forth and relationship, stuff going back and forth, I feel comfortable enough to say, okay, this might come out of left field and you might think I'm crazy, but you're so inspiring on social media. You really are. And one of my newest coaches, Ashley, it said this probably very same thing to her because it was true. She posted about her transformation story that had nothing to do with Beachbody, but it inspired me. It did, because she's a mom. She's busy. She has an off schedule than me because she's a 911 dispatcher. But I saw that, and she spoke that story through Facebook, and the engagement she got from her friends was super inspiring to me. And so I told her, you got to look at being a coach. You would be amazing. And she did. She looked at it. She joined the sneak peek, and, she's now signed up to be a coach, and we're working together to get her business off the ground. But I was bold. And so don't be afraid for someone to say no. I mean, Ashley could have said, you know what, I'm not interested right now, but thank you for the compliment. At least you've complimented them because you mean it, right? So utilize that in being present in their life, but being bold to let them know you would kick ass at this. This business has your name written all over it, okay? So I want you to really think about what you can do differently going into next month that you didn't maybe do this month. So maybe that's just actually writing stuff down or finding a system. Maybe it's the planner pad. Maybe it's a pen and paper. Maybe it's Asana. There's some really great videos on YouTube that I watched actually to learn how to better organize my Asana because it gives you email reminders. It's an app on your phone, so you can they sync with each other. So if I think of something while I'm out and about, I can add it on my app. It'll pop up on my phone. And that's what I need. I need reminders everywhere. I've got it on my calendar, got my to-do list, and I have the Asana stuff on my phone, and it's synced to my computer. So if you're like me, that you kind of need a bunch of reminders, but those daily tasks don't change. I just check them off when I'm done, and they'll pop up again tomorrow. And so I only check those off when I've completed them. But I have to know that I only have this certain amount of time, because when the kids come home from school, I don't have the time to sit down and get through this stuff because they demand my time. They need me for homework. We have soccer, we have chiropractor appointments. I mean, whatever we have going on in our world, that's when I'm present with them. When they're at school or when I have childcare and it's not just me and the baby, whatever, then that's when I'll work on Beachbody. And sometimes it's a 2-3 hour window. Sometimes it's, 15 minutes of crunch time. But I know what I'm going to do in that 15 minutes. And I pick off the one that I dread doing the most. And to be honest, it's probably going to be the follow-ups, the invites, and the finding new people. Those are the first things that I get done. And if I can leave you guys with that little bit of information or that little task, is to do that first. Get that out of the way. Because you can always do your personal development while you're commuting or while you're getting dinner ready or while you're getting ready in the morning. I remember Shalene would say that she would listen to podcasts while she was while she was in the shower. Park your phone right by your shower or while you're doing your makeup, whatever you're doing there, take advantage of those times and just absorb anything you can put into your brain that's going to help you with your business and move your business forward. Okay. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just went over? I know you're all muted. I'm going to unmute you guys. Hold on. So if you've got background noise and you want to mute yourself, go ahead. But I'm just going to unmute you guys. But does anyone have any questions? Did what I went over with the Asana and just the basic structure of how I've built my business this last month, does it all make sense?
Yep.
Yeah?
I did have a question though.
Yes, ma'am.
What I've noticed on your social media specifically is that, you say you invite people, but on your social media specifically, I've never noticed hey, come join my challenge group, except for the refresh. But other than that, maybe I just haven't gone back far enough. But I haven't joined hey, join my 21-day fix, or I have a wellness community, come join us and do whatever program you want. I've just not seen you do that. I guess you do more person-to-person inviting. Is that true, or am I making that up?
Yeah, no. I mean, I put stuff out there in a variety of ways. So it's never going to be the same message. I don't run, so my accountability group, as you know, is a revolving door. So I don't run like a 21-day fix. The only thing I ran that was specific, and I will say is probably the bulk of my Success Club points from September, was this 3-day refresh. Yeah. And if you guys go back to my Facebook page, I think I actually posted the script in our group, as a matter of fact, I said, hey, I'm taking my husband and his mom and a few other people through this 3-day program that is going to basically be a gut flush. It's going to reset the digestive system. It's a great kickstart. And I kind of gave them a little bullet. And so that was kind of my invitation for them to ask more questions or find interest. So I do little things like that, and then I'll take, like, next month it'll be something specific to the to Halloween, So I don't say, hey, join my next challenge group, because I know people aren't interested in that. People don't respond to that when I post it. So I've been having to play with what people want, and I recognize, especially this last month, people want a quick fix. And as much as I hate them, and I haven't been able to personally do the 3-day refresh, but it's exactly what people need, and they need a solution to jumpstart, and then they want more. So I always have something that will get people to ask questions, and I do take it offline. So you're right, you don't see a lot of commentating on social media because I take it offline, and that's where I ask them their questions. That's when I get more personal.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was a hand going up.
When you're doing like your invites and your conversations and stuff like that, do you do it on Facebook, or are you doing it like through email or phone? Like, what's the best way that you found works for you?
It depends on the medium that I meet them on. So Instagram, generally I ask for their email. So if we have dialogue going in the thread, I'll say, hey, what's your email? And I'll send you a quick email, and they'll usually fire it back. And then we'll have correspondence on email. If it's somebody on Facebook, like through my like page, then I will send them a private message through Facebook after I send them a friend request, because I realized obviously not everybody is going to get my emails if we're not friends or don't have a friend in common.
Yeah.
And then if I know them and they're friends of mine and they send me a message on Facebook, if I have their cell phone, I'm going to text them.
Okay.
Make it a little bit more personal. So it's kind of like email, Facebook, email, text message. You know, each one gets a little bit more personal.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure that I can give time to Reva to share because she's been a rock star as she just launched her business and has hit Success Club 10, Success Club, I think we're at 13 right
12.
now? 12. Okay. Maybe there'll be one more coming in.
Maybe.
But hit Success Club 12 this month and hitting Emerald in just her first few weeks of starting her business. So I wanted to have her share a little bit about what she's doing just because I'm wildly inspired with how fast she moved with this business. And I'm telling you, it's her aura, it's her presence on social media. So I wanted you guys to hear it from her as well. And she's got some nuggets for you guys. So I'm keeping everyone unmuted. So if you guys have background noise and want to mute yourselves, go for it. It's all you, girl.
Thanks, Taryn.
Yeah.
So I've always told Taryn, it's been 2 months, a little over 2 months, and I've just had a lot of fun. And I think that's like the first takeaway from this entire experience, that I tend to be that person that if I'm doing something and I want it so bad that I take it all too seriously, and then I just lose focus, and then I lose the fun, and then I'm just all over the place. So I'm trying to focus on the fun, and that's really what's driven a lot of what's been going on these past 2 months. So I want to really start with that. From a Success Club standpoint, just outside of Emerald, which is a brand new, almost accomplishment.
So close.
It's so close, but we'll talk about that. I think there are 3 points that I want to bring up from a Success Club standpoint. The first one is, and again, to Karen's point, none of this is brand new information you guys have heard. The first point is just be the sponge, the biggest sponge ever. I've been listening to all of what Taryn has to say. I've been listening to all of the Best of the West calls. I've been trying my best to track in a really stalker way all of the top coaches, get to their like pages, see what they're doing, and kind of just find my own flavor of what they're doing. So it's taken a lot of learning. A lot of them are so far ahead of their business, but I've kind of been tailoring it more to my flavor. So that's kind of what I've been doing, is basically stalking everybody and just trying to learn, what everyone's doing and do just that. The second point is more of how I started. The second I became a coach and what I was told not to do is exactly what I did. The second I became a coach, I allowed Beachbody to become my brand. And that's kind of what I was told specifically not to do by Taryn. And I kind of didn't listen to that. It didn't filter in correctly. But until I realized that my progress and me is what everyone's looking for. They're not looking for Beachbody. They're looking for what is Reva up to, right? So they're like, okay, so once I started focusing on my progress and what I'm doing every day and what I've done in the past, that's when things started to kind of take over. I posted pictures of 21-day fix with containers and everyone's like, who cares? I posted a picture of, I think, even me saying I'm a Beachbody coach. Everyone's like, oh, congratulations. And I was like, okay. And then there was just total silence. Like there was nothing after that. I stopped focusing on the programs that Beachbody offered. And then I started focusing on exactly what I had accomplished. So I've been doing Beachbody programs since before my wedding, used it to get fit for the wedding, used it during my pregnancy to stay fit, and then also lose all the baby weight. So that's exactly when mom started looking at me and being like, what do you do? Who cares about Beachbody? What do you do? And that's when I became more relatable. Not just from okay, let me buy this from you, but became from talk to me about what you do on a daily basis. Even if it was, what do you eat for breakfast? What do you do for lunch? Just any questions just started pouring right in once I took Beachbody out of the picture. The third one is that I watched one of your revolving door challenge. I think it was Chelsea Pearson. She's awesome. Just her presence is amazing. But what she told me to do is once you get on Facebook, don't just scroll and find people. Just start randomly connecting with people, just like what Taryn said. I started to direct message my friends who I've just had one conversation with, maybe about, oh, hey, I ate this giant bowl of pasta. I'm never going to lose weight. And I just remember that from like a random, oh yeah, we've gone to eat dinner together. They've always struggled with their weight. So I just direct messaged them and I said, hi. That's all I did. And then they came, and the fact that they saw my posts, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, was when they were like, so what have you been up to? And why don't you share with me more about what you've been doing? So it wasn't about, oh, you said you wanted to lose weight and let's talk about that. It was more just, hey, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. And then the conversation just went from there. So I kind of got bold, to Taryn's point, to where I don't direct message people. I'm never that first person. Everyone has to come to me because I'm just that diva. But if I wanted this to work and if I believe in it so strongly, I need to go after it, whether it's going after people or going after opportunities. So it's kind of scary. It still is. I mean, I still like, oh, if I message this person, it's probably going to go down a hole, but it worked. Like my family, I mean, that was the last thing I thought about. I never thought family would actually approach me for stuff. So that's basically what I did. I just got kind of like in their face, like, hey, I'm here. Let's talk. That's basically it from a Success Club point.
Well, I just want to emphasize what you said right out of the gates is that you had fun with it and you're having fun with it. And I just want to reiterate how vital that is. I feel like that should be part of the 3 vital behaviors, is that you need to continue to have fun with this. Because if you get caught up in the numbers and you put too much emphasis on the Success Club points and a rank advancement or lack thereof, then it's not fun anymore, and this business will happen. It's a long-term commitment. It's not just, if I don't get this in 3 months, then I'm quitting, right? You have to genuinely be passionate about helping other people, and that's what you stay in it for the long haul. And I love that Reva continues to say, I'm having fun. And anytime I've texted her, anytime I've emailed her, she's like, I'm having fun, even though we've kind of had a little episode today.
Today wasn't that fun.
It was not fun. But can you share your lesson with everybody?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So I know Taryn said that I'm an Emerald coach, but I'm about 3 hours away from it, I hope. So first I want to say that I really struggled to get to Emerald. By struggle, I mean, I know it's only been 2 months, but I've been wanting it for such a long time that I thought it would be faster, but reality check, it didn't happen as fast as I wanted. So, hi, Bug. So I listened to, can you say hi?
Hi.
There we go.
Hi.
Now go away.
We gotta change your diaper.
All right, so I listened to a video that Caleb had posted on YouTube where he posted a national wake-up call, and he said, advancing to Emerald is so important. You need to be able to figure it out and contact whoever you think will help you grow your business, right? So I learned from that, and the first person I approached was my aunt. My aunt bought a 21-day fix challenge pack 2 months ago. So she was on Shakeology Home Direct, got on 21-day fix, and then when I just signed up to be a coach, I was like, when I just wanted to advance to Emerald, I was like, hey, could you help me out? I really want to advance in rank. It would be awesome if you could start being a coach. And also she introduced me to 2 other people, and I sold challenge packs to them. So I was like, you've done this before, you could still continue to do this. So last night, was it this morning or last night? We got all excited. We signed her up to be a coach. Now, little did I know that you should cancel your Shakeology Home Direct as a customer before you sign up as a coach. So her customer Home Direct is on. We transferred her Shakeology to her coach account, but turns out that because her next shipment is only on October 20th, she is not considered an active coach until October 20th. So that makes me a not Emerald until October 20th. So that's great.
But
so that'll hopefully change. So I have been talking to Taryn about this pretty much all day, trying to figure out, Coach Relations said I should probably figure out how to get her 50 personal volume points through buying something. And I don't want to go after her being like, buy something for me. So we'll figure it out. Either I wait or we just get ahead of it. I don't know.
You know what? Again, I take a little bit of ownership of that because I feel like, that's something I learned. Unfortunately, I learned the hard way too. And so if you do have family members or if you have anybody that's been on Home Direct before as a customer and they want to enroll as a coach and they're going to make you Emerald or they're going to be your next rank advancement, have them cancel and re-enroll with Shakeology on Home Direct because that will get them active. just by them enrolling as a coach does not mean they're active. They have to have a product of 50 personal volume points in order to be active. And unfortunately, that's what Reva and I learned today, or she unfortunately got the bad news today. But you know what? That's just more fuel for her fire, right? I mean, like, you're still fired up, and it was a lesson learned, but it doesn't sabotage your business. It's not like there was $1,000 that, you know, if she doesn't get to Emerald tonight, that she does not earn. You know, that's the good thing. And it's a punch to the gut a little bit, but you're still doing what you're passionate about, and you still genuinely care about people, and you're not going to, I don't want anyone to go by themselves to Emerald. Yes, utilizing a family member. David Ingram was the one that was on that national coach call that talked about, our call is going to drop here shortly, but he's the one that talked about using family members to get to Emerald. And that's the only time that I'll recommend it. But, you know, you don't want to buy your way to Emerald either, but you can use that as a platform to go get business building going forward, right?
Yep.
So, and that's what Reva did, and she's going to crush her business, and she grows business builders going forward. So you've done awesome. I appreciate you sharing everything that you did tonight, and the fact that you said you have fun with it.
Thank you for having me. This was weird and fun.
It might be really fun.
Yeah.
So this is going to drop in a couple of minutes, guys, because I scheduled it for 40 minutes. Does everybody have everything they need? Anybody have any questions? We can always move it to the team page to ask questions, but I actually have a kids' school meeting to jump to as well. But I want to make sure everybody has the information they need.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Okay, good.
Sounds great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're so welcome. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll stay connected if there's anything I can do. But tomorrow's October 1st.
That's right.
Yay! All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.